everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Mayor Tyler Moore Show here on the Kokomo Post, partnered with Robert Miller and Son Furniture. My name is Drew Larison. This is MTM. Mr. Mayor, how are you?
Doing well for a Monday, for the first Monday in November. Welcome to November.
Holy moly, where did that come from?
Where has the time gone?
You know, I thought that too, and then Saturday, I put it on a hooded sweatshirt, and I was concerned that I'd be warm. The weather changed like that too.
It's Indiana, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, but here we are.
Here we are.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
You know,
that's right. I think
Halloween's
over. I think there's folks already putting up Christmas decorations. I mean, because it's all over in the retail stores, and Hallmark's been doing it.
Oh yeah,
year round anyhow. Yeah. So yeah,
can I
roll right in
from a man to man, from a dad to dad? Can I complain about something real quick?
Absolutely.
So my daughter this year got really hyped up for the November 1st. We're decorating our house for Christmas.
Wow.
And I'm sure, you know, that's fine. I'm not big on the whole, you have to wait till Thanksgiving.
Sure.
Like, it is whatever it is, right? So what does that mean as the dad of the family? What was my role Saturday morning?
I think to make your only daughter's day.
Well,
by allowing her to do just that.
I had to go to the basement. I had to pull up both Christmas trees because we have two. I had to pull up.
She wanted everything out, not just
everything. I pulled up 8 totes from the basement.
Okay, yeah, you went above and beyond. I might have said, tell you what, let's start with your room.
I was told.
Let's do your room, and then we'll gradually.
We were decorating the house. So I did my job as a dad. I went and got the totes. I went and got the trees. Both trees got put up. No decoration other than that are put out.
Because if you committed,
I did my part.
Because if you committed to that, I mean, if you gave her that impression, I mean, that sets the tone. That's trust 100%. Right there.
100%.
I mean, she wants to believe her father going forward.
And I did it.
She can tell her friends, you know what? I asked, my dad said yes, and we've got Christmas up.
Yeah, but they didn't do any of the decorating. But I pulled everything up from the basement.
Okay.
So I feel like I just sweat on Saturday for nothing.
Well, that's all right.
But anyway, how was your weekend? What's going on at City Hall?
Busy as well. Things at City Hall are busy also. Started on the south end of town, so leaf pickup crew are started, and they'll gradually work their way from south to north, anticipating at least 2, if not 3 passes through the city. So folks, make sure you get your leaves gathered up. I know it's really windy, but get them out, get them to the curb, not in the street, because if we end up getting some rain and the rain washes some of those leaves either into the storm grates or is blocked because of piles of leaf, it can create traffic issues. So on the curb, they'll work our way through. And I know folks are like, well, when will we know that they're in our neighborhood? Well, a lot of it, I mean, we can't honestly say, because if folks throw limbs and vegetation in with the leaves and it gets taken up and damages the machines, then we are on pause until you get those fixed. When things come up street maintenance wise and such, that some of those crews may get pulled off of if there's issues to be done. I mean, so we hate to throw out just like paving projects throughout the year. I mean, hate to put a list of things, because then there's that anticipation, and then when things come up or they don't go as planned, which, believe it or not, things don't always do, it gives that false sense of expectation and such. And so we're going to make our way through. So
we're going to do that. We're
Yep.
going to make it happen.
Yep.
So a big announcement happened last week.
Friday.
Holy moly. Welcome to Kokomo.
Home.
The Kokomo
Creek Chubs.
It happened.
So it happened.
During the announcement, it made it sound like the vote wasn't even close.
It really, I mean, with those 4. Now, yes, there could have, I mean, it might have been closer if other names were selected and people are like, how in the heck, why didn't you, can we change it?
Oh, man.
There's no turning back now. I mean, with bullpen committing and the Prospect League embracing the name as well. I mean, I think they were excited about it because it's so unique and so fun and so out of the ordinary, which a lot of minor league, and collegiate level teams, are quirky to begin with. And so to go with that, I mean, yes, it started out with, let's just toss it out there and see, what everybody's response was. And there were concerns and, but as they continue to discuss and look at logos and mascots and merch and things and stuff, it actually ended up gaining excitement, gaining fun, and we hope that that's what will continue as we continue to recruit, to get merchandise, to get tickets sold and such. And so it's going to be fun.
Hey, I'm pumped to be a member of the Chub Club. I know that much. Big fan club for Creek Chubs here in Kokomo. I'm going to get some tickets. My kids are excited.
Yep.
What are we?
They might become members of the Mighty Minnows.
Mighty Minnows.
I think that's what's being proposed for the kids club for the Creek Chubs will be the Mighty Minnows. So lots of excitement.
Elaine, we'll get to that in a minute. But she says that's such a silly name. Well, you're right. It is silly. The city posted something about like the name announcement. Somebody commented, "Oh, just don't be something silly or don't be something like stupid." And I'm like, I literally responded back. I might have written in my head, or I think I actually did. "Oh, please be something stupid." Yeah. Like I want like the silliest possible like name, because that's just fun. It's I'm looking forward to it. All right. Well, anything else going on at City Hall this week?
Nothing too over the top that I can think of. Just getting things together as we near year end, just finalizing and prioritizing projects that were still on the list, as well as any end of year purchases and such with budgetary items. And but other than that, just kind of business as usual this week.
Got it. Love it. Starting to see some live chat questions coming in. Appreciate those. We'll get to those in a bit.
We'll roll through them.
Let me see if I'm missing any here. No, not yet. Okay, sweet. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody in the live chat. Appreciate it. If you do have a question for the mayor, we're going to get to the Ask the Mayor segment live right now.
But again, as always, we're partnered with Robert & Son Furniture.
Oh my gosh. Robert Miller & Son Furniture. They are the best. And their kickoff sale has begun. It is here. Celebrate the season with 25% off store-wide. Cozy sectionals, lazy boy recliners, and everything you need to make fall more comfortable. Whether it's game day in the living room or fall nights out on the patio, they've got the perfect seat waiting for you. But hurry, just like the season, these savings won't last long. Shop today at Robert Miller & Son, where you'll find a team you can always count on for a win. Robert Miller & Son, partner of the EMT show. Appreciate them. All right, let's get into it. First question is from David on Facebook. Okay. Now that I have to pay for trash pickup, I usually put my can out once a month. Should I feel the city should handle all the waste from my property, such as used oil, old car batteries, and tires as well? David on Facebook.
Yeah, no, actually, those three, I don't know about, I don't believe the oil, but we can check. But the recycling district out on Cartwright Drive on the south end of town can take the batteries and tires, because those are not items that are picked up by the street department, because they are considered recyclable, but also do not end up in landfills. So, no, if it has items such as that, I don't know the number offhand, but you can go to the Howard County Recycling District, get the hours there, and make arrangements to get those out, and they can receive those from folks.
Got it. Sorry, a lot of live chat questions coming in. Next question is from, Johnny. You put your in the pre-show as well as in live chat, so I got you here. Johnny on Facebook. Question for Tyler.
Okay.
Why is it appropriate for the city council to vote a pay raise for all of the city elected representatives in the midst of a massive property tax increase, a new trash tax, an increased income tax, and now a new wastewater fee being added because of an environmental lawsuit brought by the state? Since resources are obviously not being managed well, why does this performance merit any sort of pay increase? Johnny on Facebook.
Okay. The pay increase, that was a 1% raise for all non-contractuals, both elected officials and non-elected officials. So those that are not police, fire, or AFSCME union workers. And so they got rolled in to that. And so that was, again, part of the salary ordinance that they were considering, had been part of the budget that was proposed as well. And so that's why it rolled in. As for the timing, it did appear that it was probably poor timing, just the way things all fell into place. But That's what that is. But the trash fee and then the increase of the local option income tax, that was a request made by the county that came before the city. And initially, and what the county was needing was that 0.4%. But in order for the county to receive that 0.4% that they needed in order to begin paying the bonds payments on the jail, they actually had originally, and I think that was in the public notice that was sent out, that they were proposing I think a 1.2 or 1.3 increase as opposed to the 0.4. But in light of the trash fee and budgetary items and such, the city had elected to forego or waive, if you will, that 0.8%, and so only pass a 0.4, which is what the county needed. So typically, when the income tax or the lit is passed, it's based on population, and so the county would get a portion of what was collected, and the city would get a portion. And obviously, with the population of the city being larger, again, we as the city looked at that and saw the what had been proposed and passed with the trash fee, and didn't want to further burden the taxpayers, especially within the city. And so that's why instead of the 1.2 or 1.3 that the county was asking for in order to get that, the city agreed to just pass the 0.4 and give all of that increase in the lit to the county, and city not receive anything. So kind of took it there. But as for the wastewater management, I mean, there's no lawsuit that we're having to pay back or address based on mismanagement this was it's an act passed by the federal EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency, across the country, that municipalities that had combined stormwater and sanitation lines had to separate those. And so that was enacted in 2003. The city of Kokomo put their plan together in 2009 because you had 20 years in order to do it. So 2003 had to get it done by 2023. The city got their plan in place, or originally designed around 2009. EPA said that's great, but you're still bound by the 20 years. So as we came in 2020, realizing that there hadn't been anything done or not much for that to have been done. There was work done prior to that, but the last one was the last phase was the largest. And so that's what we're faced with now, is that the last phase of that long-range control plan that was, again, enacted federally, mandated in 2003, and then kicked down the road at the end of the 20 years. Fortunately, they gave us a 2-year extension to get things designed. The work that was done last year was the peak excess flow, because with that last phase, it's going to increase the capacity that's coming, and so we had to build that additional facility there to take what's going to be coming. So that's why it was basically a 3 or 4 year deal that we were dealt in 2020, 2021 going forward. So
got it.
Not something that was done or as a result of things that have been happening in the last handful of years.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, and
sorry, long answer.
No, the timing of all of it, I think, is what's really triggered a lot of people, and it is extremely unfortunate timing. All of it clustered together like that. Okay, next question is from Alex. Can we get the recycling bins back at the South Library?
That would be up to the South Library. We had them out there, and because folks were dropping off trash, large trash items outside of those facilities, it was becoming an eyesore and an inconvenience for the folks at the South Library as well as the residents close by. And so the library respectfully requested the recycling district to remove those from that area. So unfortunately, probably not, unless there would be a better way to monitor or regulate that area, but they were gracious enough to let us place them there to begin with. And when I say us, I say the Howard County Recycling District. It's a joint city-county advisory board for the district because it is a county-wide agency. And that's why the bins are outside of the city limits. I know the South Library was kind of inside the city limits out that way, but Yeah, so that's why we look for and try to find locations that don't mind. And again, it's unfortunate that the handful of bad apples spoil the bunch or spoil the opportunity that we had, because it was a great location. And again, the folks at the library were very gracious for that time until it got abused. So
Got it. Okay. Next question is from Beth on Facebook.
Sure.
As far as I know, people are still not getting SNAP benefits. Do you have any resources on where people can go to get food for now as well as the holidays? Beth on Facebook.
it's all over social media. So the Howard County Health Department, Bethany Wagner kind of led the charge along with Derek Steele with the Kokomo Housing Authority. The two of them also kind of spearheaded they spearheaded the efforts at the beginning of the summer when the state missed out on the funding for summer food programs, and worked to make food available to families through the summer months. They've done the same thing. And so Howard County Health Department put out a post, and it's been shared on the city's website. It's been shared on numerous websites, not websites, but Facebook pages and such. I mean, so there's a handful of locations that are distribution sites. I believe there's going to be there's some restaurants and caterers that are going to be providing hot meals at some of the churches or other locations as well. So all that information can be found on Facebook, again on either the city's Facebook page, Howard County Health Department's Facebook page, or I think United Way of Howard and Tipton Counties Facebook page. But they can call United Way and get that information as well.
Got it. Before we continue on, let's give a shout out to our friends over at Family Farm and Home. Hey, Kokomo, if you heard the news, Family Farm and Home has just opened right here in Kokomo. They've officially moved to the Kokomo Shopping Center in the former Big Lots location at 2136 East Markland Avenue, and they're so excited to serve the Kokomo community.
They are.
If you've shopped their Peru location, you already know what a great place it is, and now Kokomo families can experience it too. Farm and Home is your one-stop shop for amazing deals on pet and livestock feed and supplies, lawn and garden products, hardware, automotive, clothing and footwear, home heating, and so much more. So make sure you stop by and check out the brand new Kokomo store, where Kokomo or hometown values meet unbeatable selections. Family Farm and Home, now open in the Kokomo Shopping Center. Shout out to them.
Been there. It's a great store.
Love it.
Go
Very
check it
cool.
out.
Next question is from Lori on Facebook. Not to complain, but the bus shelters, we need some more at places like on Sycamore and Western. Thank you, Lori on Facebook.
Oh, and we've talked about this. I think she's saying the shelters that are at Sycamore and Western. I mean, we need more shelters at some of the bus stops. So we've talked about this before. That a lot of it has to do with the availability of the ground where the stops were located, because those signs are placed on property owned by others privately. We need their permission in order to place either the sign or a shelter, and sometimes there's not enough room to fully place a shelter in that area. So that's the unfortunate. I mean, if we had the opportunity and had the space to do it, I mean, we've got shelters at as many spots as we can, but again, to have the strategic spots where they're needed most, based on studies that were done when the route started, and we've kind of updated. Again, it's just the availability of space to place a shelter.
Gotcha. Okay. Next question is from Sabrina on Facebook. Hey. Is there anything ever going to happen about chicken ordinances in the city? I'm all for having chickens, but there should be some rules. I want to make it clear, this is not a joke about chicken restaurants in Kokomo. This is literally a question about owning chickens.
A lot of people, a lot of people have chickens, on their property, and there's not an ordinance against having them. Now there's an ordinance against the number. I forget what the number is, or at the point that they become a nuisance, that can come into play. But I know that right now with that issue, as well as dogs becoming an issue, other farm animals and such that may have shown up in areas throughout the city. There is an updated and proposed animal ordinance that's been passed back and forth between the city and the county, because we want an overall blanket one that covers city and county. And so that's been passed back and forth for quite a while now, that hopefully we can get narrowed down and tightened up and passed between city and county soon. And it should have the stricter regulations, for that, but unfortunately they are permissible until they become too much of a nuisance, either with numbers, noise, or smell.
Gotcha.
Call code enforcement.
Aaron on Facebook. Hey. If I get the city to fill out, not you, the city, like the people that live in the city, to fill out a Google form with signatures, can I get a letter of support for a commuter rail plan if I prove there is demand so NDOT can carry out a feasibility study on the lines in question? And also this plan, if passed, would be in phases and would be across multiple cities. So it would be cheaper for the city over the years, but we can't do it without support. I know I have big dreams, but information structure, but structure already exists. Also, if you'd like me to send my proposal to you, it's 50 pages and super detailed. Thanks, Aaron on Facebook.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I know there are rails in place already that connect cities and such. I think what he was talking about and what's was tossed around, a decade or so ago, was about high-speed rail from Indianapolis to South Bend, north to south. But to reutilize the rail system for commuter travel isn't as easy as just petitioning NDOT. Now, if you're petitioning NDOT to install rail along medians or something, that would be new infrastructure. And you're right. Or he's right. It would cross cities and counties and such, and so there'd be a little more involved. But to use existing rails from city to city, so many different railroad companies own those lines that you'd have to work with them to either have them vacate those or turn those over to the state or lease them out, kind of like toll roads or something. So any issue that folks want to have governmental agencies consider, especially project-wise, in this case NDOT, always encouraged, like you said, to circulate a petition to try to get to garner some support to have a study of some sort looked into. So,
okay, gotcha.
A lot of effort.
Stacy on Facebook. Hey. So many more apartment complexes and new houses going up in the South End. When will we get a new grocery store to support this? We only have a rundown Kroger and a Dollar General that is not shoppable most of the time. We need help, not fast food restaurants.
Yep. Yeah, as soon as a grocery store is willing to come, that's been the issue. There's been more attention and requests for another grocery store or larger grocery store on the north end versus south. Walmart and Meijer and Aldi are kind of halfway in between along 931. Again, we've reached out to large grocers to consider bringing a store of theirs to Kokomo. We can't force them. We can make suggestions on locations they could come to, provide incentives and such. But if they don't want to come, we can't force them. But we continue to have that conversation, continue to reach out in hopes that as we continue to build housing and have more folks and increase the population, that might allow them or encourage them to make the investment in Kokomo, seeing that there's a larger population. So gonna hopefully horse before the cart, and getting housing up to try and increase the population of folks living here, to then create a greater demand that would encourage a grocer to want to invest here.
Got it. Next question is from Daryl. Can we please choose a new name for the baseball team? Was this on the top 4 because the committee thought it was funny or because of the slang meaning of chub, or were they unaware? The internet vote was definitely chub as a joke on Kokomo. Daryl on Facebook.
Okay.
Hey, I voted for it.
Like I said earlier, already down the road with it and such. It was not placed on the list. It was originally suggested, kind of in humor, but again, as the team ownership and league ownership and marketing company working with both looked into, it became more clear or evident to them that it would be, could be, and should be part of the selection or part of the group that could be selected from, and so everybody kind of got behind it.
Got it. Okay.
It'll be good.
Kevin on Facebook. Yep. Will Mayor Moore make an appearance at the CrossFit Kokomo this weekend for their 8th annual Jackson Street Commons fundraiser? to support our veterans at Jackson Street Commons? ? Exclamation point.
As long as I don't have to actually participate in a lot.
Oh, come on.
I am out of shape, man. Dude, I've been bad about keeping up on my physical health. Be happy to pop down and encourage, and we'll plan on it. But hey, and Kevin, I don't know if I can keep up with everybody. So
there's only one way to get in shape, you know.
I know.
Just one right
stay
step.
Committed. I know.
You'll be fine. Okay, so we are getting a lot of live questions, as well as I'm pulling some more from pre-show questions.
I'll shorten my answers.
No, you're good.
So we're not drawing it out.
You're good. Jordan on Facebook, are there any plans to put street lights up in Indian Heights? Driving through the community on Halloween, it was difficult to see people because of the lack of lighting. It's too sparse for such a large community.
Yep. So we're on phase 3 of that. I mean, there have been lights installed, but again, Duke Energy is spearheading that. And because we can't just throw lights up willy-nilly wherever we want, we've got to get permission from the property owners to place light poles. And so therein lies the struggle, especially if they've laid them out, and a number of the properties are owned by other individuals and are being rent out. So they're in the process of hopefully finalizing the locations and securing those locations for that last phase. But yeah, I mean, it's been a slow progression. There's been already 2 phases, and I think they've even replaced some of the lights on one. But we're hopefully getting close to getting everything secured for that last phase.
Okay, got it. I think I'm caught up. Chris on Facebook, could we possibly have a Christmas-themed movie inside and Santa and Mrs. Claus and the Grinch at the event?
We can look into it. I'm trying to think we can look at that, and maybe that might be something for the Christmas parade committee to consider offering. I know they did last year, ran the Grinch out at the Frozen Sandlot. So, but again, that was outside. So if he's looking at something inside, we can check, but I don't know where there might be, maybe Havens Auditorium or one of the schools, since the conference center isn't completed yet. And even, I mean, maybe if, looking at AMC theaters, if they did something on an afternoon and we worked something out that way, but could be a possibility.
Got it. Next question is from Susan on Facebook. Hello, Mr. Mayor. Now that Kokomo has a new trash removal tax and an increased LIT, how long before a food and beverage tax is introduced? I couldn't see the city passing on the little gold mine with all the traffic that will be generated from the new convention center. Thanks again.
We've tried. Because unfortunately, with what Senate Bill 1 has passed and is saying, okay, well, we're giving property tax relief and issuing that, so additional revenue that cities will be losing. Here are all these other tools. Well, yes, one of those tools could be a food and beverage tax, but that's one of the few tools that we can't just do ourselves. We got to go to the state legislature still, have them pass a law that permits us or gives us permission to then consider a food and beverage tax. I mean, cities and counties throughout the state already have them. She's right. I mean, it would be a great revenue source if we could. So we're just, trying to find, timing with that, if they would give the opportunity to that. Because, I mean, that's more of a user tax that not only we may pay if we're going out to eat here, but the thousands and thousands of people that are coming to Championship Park and eventually Municipal Stadium and hopefully the Hotel Conference Center. So with everything that's going on, could still be a couple of years before we would get that through at the state legislature unless they would change.
Got it. Next question is Alex on Facebook. Could we get a fresh time here in Kokomo, please, and stop getting chicken fast food?
I would love to get a fresh time here. I know there was rumblings or rumor that, but if he's got connections with anybody at Fresh Time or somebody different that we can talk to, we'd love to reach out, back out to them and see if it's something that would work into their marketing plan or overall development plan. We'd love to have him here.
Got it.
Can't force them.
Next question is from Justin on Facebook. Okay. I have a question. Great. This is where you do that. Why would the city give away a property to an outside investor for free? This was never listed for sale. I have been wanting to buy this property and the abandoned one next to it for a while. The property, there's a screenshot. So it is, of course, he didn't put the address here.
No, but it shows the assessment. So it was back in May of this year. Yeah, so that was probably a lot in our property infill program. So we had identified we've got close to 140 available lots throughout the city. Many of them not developable, if that's the actual correct word for it. But we had identified a handful of those to make available in our property infill program to make available to developers to build single family homes on. And and giving them the lot was part of the city's incentive for doing that. And so there was actually a handful of lots that have been given to developers that resulted in homes being built on it. So I don't know if something's already been built on that yet or if it's still vacant. But as you mentioned, if there's an address or a better legal description, I can go back and check and see if that's got the property or the parcel number on it. We can look and see and follow up with that developer if they don't have a house built on it yet or started on it since it was given back in May.
Sure. Next question from Dave on Facebook. What is going to happen to the homeless people sleeping all over uptown or probably downtown? People standing on corners asking for money, and if you don't donate, they threaten you. Dave on Facebook.
If you're ever threatened, you're supposed to, we encourage folks to call 911 and report that because chances are, one, again, they're being threatened, but chances are, two, they're stepping into traffic, and so that's when panhandling actually becomes a violation if you're impeding traffic or threatening. So contact 911 or even feel free to use the 411 app that the Kokomo Police Department has to provide information and location of incidents. But a lot of folks that are here, I mean, what we're doing now through the police department, instead of just hurrying people along, we're having conversations with them, and if they have identification and they're from another city, they make arrangements to get with Center Township, because Center Township does have funds where they can issue bus tickets for individuals to get back to where they're originally from. And so a lot of folks that are being bussed up, Ubered up, or whatever from other areas because of the services we have, or the rehabilitation opportunities we have. I mean, getting them back to where they originally came to get better opportunity at support there. But then also the rescue mission, their expansion is about complete and ready to open soon. Not sure exactly when, but it looks pretty completed. So that will provide additional beds. So there's other efforts being made to house the homeless, not just shuffling them from place to place.
Gotcha. 1 second.
Yep.
Okay. Next question is from Alston on live chat.
Hey.
Are we using all Kokomo artists for the logo and branding of the new baseball team?
Probably not. Again, Bullpen Ventures, the team owner, had already under contract a marketing firm that they have used for Grand Park and other ventures and other things that they have. And so I believe they've contracted with that marketing firm to come up with the logo and mascot.
Okay.
So
next question is from Eric on live chat. Is gas always going to be 25 to 30 cents more a gallon in Kokomo because of the factories? I have found that gas is cheaper in Kokomo.
Yeah, I don't.
Eric on live chat.
Yeah, I don't think the factories dictate the price of gas. I mean, I'd have to find out. I don't know enough about it. You're right. In some cases, gas in Kokomo is cheaper than in other places, or it's a supply and demand thing. And a lot of times too, it's competition. And so, because we've got so many areas with gas stations on couple of the corners. It's back and forth there, but usually in smaller communities because of transportation costs getting it there. I mean, it's usually a little more expensive, but no, I don't think it has anything to do with the factories. A lot of it, again, is supply and demand or timing within the year, I think.
Okay. Next question is from Elaine on live chat.
Okay.
Are we a farm team for the banana ball?
No, banana ball, I mean, is its whole different league. It's like now become kind of like the Harlem Globetrotters of baseball.
And they're killing it.
And they're continue to add teams. I think the newest team, one of the newest teams, I think they added 3 or 4, is Indianapolis, the Indianapolis Clowns. And so that's more non-traditional type of baseball versus this collegiate style, which the Creek Chubs and the Prospect League is a summer league for college hopefuls that are playing in college and hoping to go to and advance to the next level in the minors and majors. So feeder for those.
Next question is from Justin on live chat. Will the Frozen Sandlot return to Kokomo Municipal Stadium this year?
It will, and it is. So Thanksgiving weekend is when it'll open up again, as it has the last, I think, 8 years or so now.
That's crazy. It's been so many years.
I know.
Yeah.
So yeah, it'll be back open. The fine folks at Bridges Outreach will be managing it again for us. So it'll be down there. The suites are available for rental. If you want private parties, and just contact Urban Outreach. I think they've got a Frozen Sandlot Facebook page and website for that information. So you can go there for more information on dates. I think they've already got the calendar set on what days are public and what days may be rented out for private use. But yep, Frozen Sandlot will be back in action this winter.
Love it. Give me a second. Hold on.
Okay.
Next question is from Andrea on live chat. What is Mayor Moore's plan to help retain our current police and fire employees? So many are leaving for other departments with better benefits or pay. It's going to be a continuous game of catch up and training new people versus doing what needs to be done to retain the great ones we have now. Mm-hmm. Let's be honest, playing catch up game isn't the best for the citizens of Kokomo. Andrea on live chat.
Right. Totally agree. And it's unfortunate that we have to play the catch-up game, especially when other communities, they're right. If their tax revenue, whether it's property tax or income tax, that they're able to bring in more money to pay towards or give better benefits to police and fire. But we're trying to do our best because, I mean, she's absolutely right. I mean, it's a game of chess a lot of times too, and I mean to try and come up with the best ways to incentivize and to retain. We've got take-home cars, which a lot of them for our police. Looking at different things to do shift-wise for firefighters. I mean, so there's things we're trying to do creatively because the additional tax revenue isn't there to provide more incentives to them, because with what we have, if we funnel more funds into police and fire to incentivize that means that the other departments have to sacrifice or do a little bit without. So it's a delicate balance that we struggle with year after year.
Got it.
So
next question is from Michelle on live chat. Why has construction stopped on the fire station on Boulevard at 931?
I'm not sure. I'll have to check. I mean, I don't
think it has.
Think it has. There might have been some type of downtime, but I don't know. I hadn't heard, but I will look into it and see and make sure they're still plugging away.
Okay, got it. Kelly on live chat. Mm-hmm. Cannot anything be done about the homeless living outside the library downtown? It's a mess. This was brought up a few times.
So again, as I mentioned, I mean, as they congregate, KPD does try to have conversations with them to get them to places where there may be availability. can't really, force them if they don't want to. Same way with other shelters or things that may be available. But those that they do have conversations with, if they have identification and can see where they're from, again, they're making arrangements with 4C Health to come and work with them, but then arrangements through Center Township to get bus tickets to get them back home to where they originally are from.
Got it. Next question is from Tiffany on live chat. Will the new ball players coming for the stadium be staying with host families, or
Yes.
will they be taking up hotel rooms in the new hotel space? That hotel is short-term, not long-term stays, correct?
Correct. Yeah. So as they've done season after season for the last 10 years prior to last, they rely heavily on host families. And so a lot of folks in town do just that. And so that is the plan at this time, is to solicit folks in the Kokomo and Howard County area to consider taking a player under their wing, under the roof. Got it.
Sabrina on live chat. I haven't used my filter here, but code enforcement wasn't any help. Wasn't any help. No help with the chicken issue. Enough said. Sabrina on live chat.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah, if there was a specific, I know that there was, and I don't know where the address was that she might be talking about, but we can find out what the reason was. And that's just that code enforcement might have come out and they didn't see a violation, and so there wasn't anything done, or they issued a citation, and then then that starts the clock ticking, and there's a certain amount of time. It's not just an immediate, all right, chicken's up and gone and things cleaned up. There's still a legal process to follow when enforcing violations. We can look into it.
Mike on live chat. Why did the barriers being, I'm guessing is like, why are the barriers being removed on 931?
Oh, the guardrails, probably that now. Because NDOT did improvements from just south of 26 up to Markland Avenue, and a little bit of the medians up north up to Vale, and those were removed really for aesthetics. Once they were taken out, it's because a lot of the larger truck traffic and just through traffic had been moved to 31, so there really isn't that much of a need for those guardrails, and it's something that, again, makes it aesthetically more attractive in and through that retail and residential areas from 26 to Markland, and again, a little further north up to Vale.
Okay. Next question is from Mac on live chat. Where does the mayor see Kokomo in 10 years? Optimistically or pessimistically, if certain things don't improve?
Well, I'm going to stay optimistic that things will improve. I know things haven't progressed as quickly as anticipated by the folks at Star Plus, if you use that as the example. That they're retooling some lines and slowly ramping back up, and again, all indications are that they still plan on working toward a second plant of some sort, whether it's a duplicate of the existing battery plant or some version of that. We've got the hotel conference center, and so I see greater tourist activity in and around the downtown area and along 931 Championship Park continue to thrive. But I see the population growing, which is why we're working on housing, because that's part of the key too, is that if the jobs are coming, we want people to live here, or even if they're a community, we want folks to live here, so that income tax is collected and retained here. In 10 years, I see some additional development, hopefully along Home Avenue. We're working on Warren Auto Parts to try and reconfigure that and make that usable. I see us continue to move towards diversifying the economy, industrial wise. Possibly identifying some ground, as we had before the battery plant, to try and lure different industries. So I see Kokomo continuing to grow.
Okay.
Going to stay optimistic.
Next is Mark on live chat. Mayor, do you know when applications will be available for seniors discounted rates for trash pickup?
They're available now. So, but it's senior discount. So the senior discount is actually the same qualifications. It's the over 65 property tax exemption that you get from the county, and there are income requirements on that, or income restrictions on that as well. And so, even though just because you're over 65 doesn't mean you automatically qualify for that, it has to be the same qualifications that you would qualify for the over 65 discount on your property taxes that gets filed at the Howard County Auditor's Office. So that's where you would apply for the over 65. Again, because those exemptions, whether it's disabled over 65 or veterans, those are the ones that will carry over to this. Now, a separate income qualification application is available at City Hall, but that's strictly for income limits, not over 65, unless, again, the income limit would qualify you for that. So income specific on the application at City Hall, the over 65 would have the same restrictions. You need that filed with the auditor's office on your county property taxes. Or city county property taxes.
Next question, also from another Mark. Hey, Tyler, does it bother you when you are driving your own vehicles on these city streets and all you hit is bumps, ruts, holes, potholes, deep manhole covers? It's sad when the county roads are in better shape than the city streets. Mark on Facebook.
It is, yeah. I mean, I get frustrated, and that's part of my, desire is to try and pave and get to as many streets as we can, because there's a lot of issues. A lot of them are aging. The city has quite a bit more lane miles to pave than the county does. Not to say that that's the main reason, or that's the only way that the county is able to do it. I mean, we're blessed as Howard County residents to have county roads in such good shape versus other counties, but because of the exponential amount of more lane miles that we have to address and pave in the city makes it more difficult to try and prioritize and get to as many as we can every year. 8 to 10 lane miles is what we have typically tried to get to, but 8 to 10 lane miles in Kokomo is a smaller percentage than 8 to 10 lane miles outside of the city limits, but my God, we do the best we can. But yeah, I get frustrated when I drive around town, and I wish that we could get to more, which, again, the trash fee will help, because that will offset, the expenses to the employees and the equipment and such for trash service, which frees up funds to be put towards repaving, or in the case that the woman was asking earlier about police and fire, frees that money up to try and work on incentives. I mean, so even though that trash fee is dedicated towards trash service, I mean, it's going to cover that, so that it frees additional funds up to put towards, hopefully, additional paving, better incentives for police and fire, and even for our AFSCME workers. So,
okay,
that's just, I mean, it's what do we're concerned with, and we complain about the quality of the streets or losing police and fire and everything, but then, on the same, don't want to, I mean, there's only so much we can do. And I get that people think that, we're mismanaging funds. I mean, we're running a tight ship. I mean, our departments are incredible, and we're just like municipalities throughout the state. I mean, using the funds that we have to the best and most efficient way that we can to do as much as we can. But there's only so much when there's not a whole lot of funds there. And so when legislation gets passed, as what recently has with Senate Bill 1, and everybody gets upwards to $300 back on their property taxes, we get that it might get offset, but $300 on every property, it's got to come from somewhere, or it's got to go somewhere. And so we try to make up so that we can pave more, incentivize, and try to make Kokomo better.
Okay. Next question is from Linda on Facebook. The Heights, Indiana Heights, is an area that needs some attention. It needs to be addressed. No one seems to be taking the area seriously. There are a lot of things that are happening out there that no one can that nothing can be done. You couldn't get a police officer out here quick enough. The Heights needs to be on a schedule to be checked and driven like other places are. There are kids breaking into houses that are empty. Kids are bullying other kids. Strange people out walking around, driving by and checking out places. We don't have the big fancy houses, but we pay our taxes and everything and care about the people who live around us. Linda on Facebook.
Yep. They try to get out as best they can if they see something. Again, 411 is a great app to have on your phone. It's anonymous tips. You can take pictures of things. If you see it, you can report things to try and get officers out there. I mean, we try to get in and around and patrol as best we can to the entire city. But yes, I mean, there's a lot of areas that, kids get bored and lack of supervision and such. I mean, it's where things kind of go awry. So that'd be my suggestion. I mean, is to try and get more out there, is to report as much as you can.
Okay. Let's see. Stacy on Facebook. Not true. I've advised Tyler of my neighbors selling fentanyl and many other drugs. By the way, this came off of a clip of a comment of a clip we posted from last week's show. And talked to the police. He hasn't done anything, and we aren't strangers. He knows me. Weird. So I doubt a stranger's concerns will make him help. And the clients are young kids too, not just adults. So talking about possibly drug issues in Kokomo. I could possibly find the clip to see where that comment came from.
That a neighbor was selling fentanyl?
I guess that's what Stacy on Facebook said. I could find the clip. Give me a second.
Okay. Or I'm trying to think. Well,
okay. The clip was we talked about increased police patrol requested by a citizen in Indian Heights during after school hours specifically. That's what the comment was.
Okay.
The clip or the comment came from.
Got it.
Okay.
All right.
Henry on live chat. Cars not slowing down as workers on Dixon's fix the sidewalks, would like police presence as they're working for their safety.
Okay.
Henry on live chat. Okay. Amanda on live chat. Is it true that a large city not far from here was busing in homeless people to downtown Kokomo in regards to us having more funding available to help them? Amanda on live chat.
Not funding to help them, but services. Yes. It's true.
Okay. What do we do with that? Like, is it allowed? Can we just ship people?
It's an ethical thing, and then so when we see that, when the large population of the homeless aren't even from Kokomo and are coming, because there's greater services here and there's, more available to them. Again, it becomes that ethical question, from folks. I mean, if they say, okay, well, if they're not from they're here, they're busting them in, send them back to where they're from. And then you've got others saying, no. If the homeless are coming here and they're being brought here, then we need to care for them. We need to, provide more services. We need to provide housing. it's an unfortunate and delicate balance, and a double-edged sword, man. I mean, you want to care for people because it's the humane thing to do. But at the same time, if you've got other communities that apparently don't have a problem sending people up, then it's unfortunate.
Got it.
And that's the challenge we're faced with, unfortunately.
Okay. Jessica on live chat. Quick pivot. Do you know if there's a tentative opening day for Chick-fil-A?
I do not know. Okay. I'm going to hope that, I'm sure at one point they were shooting for maybe Thanksgiving weekend because it's a busy weekend and such. But
I'm guessing summer of next year.
Oh, no, it'll be before that.
Before then? Okay.
I bet it's by the end of the year.
Oh, really?
I bet.
Wow.
Once they get things enclosed, then they'll be able to run.
It goes quick from there.
Yeah.
Okay. Melissa on live chat. In response to bringing down people down. Wow. In response to downtown bringing in events and such, unfortunately, the homeless people problem downtown is getting worse and will prevent the tourists from using our convention center. Has this ever been a conversation? Yes. Many times.
Daily.
Yeah.
Daily. Almost daily we have conversations with the major over patrol. with officers that after roll call at 6 a.m. Patrol downtown and try to move people along. It is an issue, and like we've just talked about, I mean, as long as other communities continue to see Kokomo as some beacon of hope, and they're sending their homeless up here on buses or in Ubers, we can only do so much. But it's a problem, it's a concern, and it's something that we're trying to address on a daily basis.
Okay. Anthony on live chat, why can't Howard County decriminalize marijuana like Marion County did?
I'd have to find out. I don't know that Marion County did. I mean, that probably came from state legislature, and there are, believe it or not, there are certain laws and sometimes even taxes, but certain laws that only apply to Marion County or what's up in the region, up and around Gary, some of the larger populated areas. I mean, sometimes there's so there could have been legislation passed that only allowed it, but I don't know that there was, but there may be some other type of permitted use of some sort, but I don't remember seeing or hearing anything, like that. But it's not been uncommon from time to time for laws to be passed that have exceptions for, or certain regulations or restrictions or opportunities for areas specific in the state.
Missy on live chat, is it true that Howard County cut nonprofit organizations and then gave the council members a raise?
No.
Got it. Andrew on live chat, what type of events is the city of Kokomo hopeful to attract to this new event and conference center?
Special interest groups that have conventions, other trade organizations that may want to have conventions or trade shows. Definitely summer baseball through the summer months with the Frozen Santa, with some of the amenities that we have. And if we continue to offer things downtown, just regular travel in the hotel downtown. Really, any and all type of use that there may be. There may be some weddings as well. If they need a larger venue, or others are booked locally that they would want or need a larger space. Possibly some music performances. It may be large enough to do some type of staging as well. So shows or performances as well. Large groups.
Brian on live chat, how is the Chick-fil-A going to affect 931 traffic? Is there a set plan to avoid heavy traffic in the area?
So one of the alterations that were done at the south end of the parking lot was to open that end of the parking lot to Imperial Drive to relieve some of the traffic and get it out that needs to head back south or come up. The city is working with NDOT to look at how that intersection on the east side of the east stretch of Markland from 931 can be reconfigured to address that. So we're currently in the process of kind of working through and massaging plans to reconfigure that intersection specifically on the heading east on Markland from 931.
Okay. Sandy on live chat, the north end is being ignored when it comes to streets being in bad shape. Morgan Street has been horrible for years. Try driving it daily. I dodge bad dips and potholes as well as poorly patched areas. The worst is in the block of north where Save a Lot in the end by Phillips. Sandy on live chat.
Yeah. So fortunately, that's that stretch of Morgan and some other areas were just recently included in our CDBG application that was submitted last week. And so hopefully that will be a project that's approved with those funds for next year and part of the list to be addressed at that point from those funds. So ironically, that was part of our application just last week.
Okay. Ashley on live chat. We're almost there.
Ooh.
Ashley on live chat. Got time to do the show, but not run a city. Homelessness, too many people fighting over the things they can't get help for. The people running the government out of states, cities are all a joke. Tired of driving through the city and seeing all this construction just to see them tear up what they just did a year before and do it again, all because they didn't get right the first time. All the while, the people in the city pay for all this crap, and what do we have to show for it? Nothing. Ashley on live chat.
Okay.
Tell us. Yeah, I guess there's not really a question.
Not really a question.
Yep. Sarah on live chat. Does the Kokomo Rescue Mission have a homeless shelter for the homeless?
Yes.
That is what
they are. And with this expansion, they've added additional beds to help address the need.
Got it. Okay.
Great.
I think that is it.
All right.
Okay. Love it. Thank you for those questions today on the live chat. We had 42 questions on the show today. So appreciate you guys watching. Thank you for tuning in to the Mayor Tyler Moore Show.
Appreciate it.
Here on the Kokomo Post, partner with Robert Miller and Son Furniture. Mr. Mayor, do you have a dad joke for us today?
Oh, gosh,
Is your brain fried? It's like
my brain's fried. So, there were a couple of creek chubs in a tank.
Yeah.
And one turned to the other and said, any idea how to drive this thing?
Because it's a tank.
Because it's a tank, not a fish tank.
Thank you for watching this episode of the Mayor Tyler Moore Show. Sabrina, yes. And I believe we asked that question. If we missed it, sorry, we'll go back and ask it next week. Thanks for watching this episode of the Mayor Tyler Moore Show. If you have any questions for next week, leave it in the chat below. We're going to pull those over from from this week's to next week's show. We do the show every Monday. Thank you guys for watching. A lot of people watching this live today. Really appreciate it. I think we had close to like 80 viewers at one point, which is awesome.
Thanks for joining us.
For encouraging civil discourse in the city of Kokomo. We'll see you next time, Kokomo. Have a good week.
See you, Kokomo.